Good afternoon, everyone. Oops, that was Snoopy. He's helping me pack. All right, now, I think I told you a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the camp that it's really important to get organised early. So I'm about, what, week and a half, almost 2 weeks out from the camp. I started packing, I reckon, about 2.5 hours ago. I've had 2 trips to the shop because I missed things off the list. So the list that Wilderness Escape has prepared is the be-all and end-all. So I've got my pen, got my list, and as I told you, I recommend that you lay everything out, which is what I've done, because that helped me work out what was missing, and then go down the checklist. So this is what I would suggest that you do. All right, first thing is day pack with shoulder straps. So here's a day pack, that's all done, and as I said previously, you could use your school bag for the day pack and that will be fine. Pillow, if you want to bring a big pillow, that's fine, which you can take that in the bus. I don't want to lug a real big pillow around, so that'll fit in my bag fine. So I've got a little pillow there. Sleeping bag, essential. Make sure you've got your sleeping bag. Can't leave home without a sleeping bag. Plate, bowl and cup. I know that for a fact that's in there. I'll show you that one in a minute. Knife, fork, spoon, cooking utensils. Small amount of detergent and sponge, tea towel, dilly bag, cross that one off there. Now, so this is my dilly bag, and this has got all the gear in it that I need for eating and cooking. So it's got my plates in there, knives and forks, that doubles for a tea towel for me, a little cutting board if you got one, but that's not that essential. So a knife, what else have I got in here? Detergent, I've got a cup, and that's about it. What I've also got is some scarrows, and all I've done is just to cut up a big one because I don't need a massive scarrow. So that goes into there, that's my dilly bag, and I'll probably put my tea towel there. So when I'm going to start to eat, this is going to come with me. You can put it in a plastic bag, but that'll be fine. So that's what I mean by a dilly bag. Okay, what are we up to? Alright, next thing is head torch, spare batteries. Alright, so over here, they're my spare batteries, and that's my head torch. So I'm going to make sure that they are close together for obvious reasons in case it goes flat. Toiletries, well, Wilderness actually lists the toiletries for you. So toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, etc., but not the aerosol brand. So I've got toiletries in here. I won't show them to you. You're just going to have to believe me. And of course, I carry soap separate. That's pretty important too, so that when you come home, you're smelling really nice for mum and dad. All right, water bottles and a bladder. This is a 10-litre bladder here. You only need a 5-litre one, so that's actually overkill. If I had a 10-litre, I'm going to put that water into those containers and take it like that. That doesn't go in your case, obviously, so you might have this in a separate shopping bag, but that's fine. 5 litres will get you through. There's actually water at camp. All right, plastic bags. So we're going to need to have an assortment of plastic bags. You should have a couple of heavy-duty ones for your wet clothes. I've only got one. I don't plan on getting too wet. And then I've got another plastic bag, and this is what I'm going to actually put my clothes in, my actual dry clothes, so they don't get mixed up with my wet clothes towards the end of the camp. And I suggest that you do that. It just helps keep all your stuff organised. So I've got a dilly bag just for that sort of cooking stuff. Then I'm going to have another bag for my clothes. Then I'm going to have another bag for the stuff I need to get through every day. And then I've obviously got my food for the expo, and that little lunch thing here. This is my reminder, okay, that I need to have lunch on the first day, and that's on our program as well. All right, what else do we need? Stunt lock bags. So, over this side is my collection of stunt lock bags, and as you can see, I've done a bit of work this morning. I've taken some chocolate out of the packet because we don't want any paper packets at all. So I've taken the chocolate out, a few nuts and things, and I'll put it into plastic bags. No wrapping for food, if you can remember that. Sunscreen. So I've got my own little source of sunscreen. Here it is. All right, not too big because I'm going to carry that in my backpack wherever I go. as well, really important, particularly down near the beach. Insect repellent, so this is really critical. I've got the Bushman because I figure that that's probably going to work the best, okay? So if we need it, that's on the list as well. Toilet paper, really important because gum leaves are very scratchy, okay? So go for lots of toilet paper, they work really well. First aid kit. All right, in the first aid kit, you'll all each have, or should have, your own little first aid kit as well. My first aid kit, I carry some lip balm because I get burnt on the lips easily. I've got my own aspirin because I get migraine headaches occasionally. That's the only thing that stops it. A few band-aids, Panadol because I might get a headache from you guys being too noisy on camp, and a couple of other things that I chuck in here. Sometimes if it's too noisy and I want to sleep, I've got earplugs as well, so that's a bonus. And probably a good idea as well to put your name on your first aid kit. If you've got special medication, remember, that has to be in a separate package. Something like that will be good for medication with your name on it, and that goes to the teacher who is looking after you, depending on what activity you're doing. So, first aid's there. Toilet paper, first aid, all right, sturdy enclosed shoes. So obviously I'm not going to wear this on the first day, okay? These are the shoes that I'm going to wear, so I'm just going to lay them out to make sure that I remember that I've got to wear shoes. I've also got, although it says no thongs, I always take a pair of thongs and I don't wear them except into the shower, okay? And it's just easy going to and from the dorms or the tent, you know, to the shower. So thongs only for that reason, because we don't want to get tinea from the showers, etc. Okay. All right, then clothes. So I'm going to wear the pair of shorts on that I've got. Okay, and somewhere in here I've got another pair of shorts, which is underneath there. So a pair of shorts, that's done. All right, boardies. So then what I've got is a pair of boardies, because it's an aquatics camp and I might be in the water. Then I've got a rashi top, which is just really to stop me from getting sunburn. That's a short sleeve one. If you have a long sleeve one, that's even better. All right, board shorts, long sleeve tops and jumpers. All right, I've got two long sleeve tops. I'm probably going to wear this one, but that's a long sleeve top, and it's a, sort of a polyester. It dries out really quick. Here's my other long sleeve top there, and some warm stuff. This is a warm top. This is my fishing top, actually. Hope you like it. Look at it. It's got an octopus on it. Anyway, this one's got a hoodie on it, and the reason why I like a hoodie is because when you do go fishing, very rarely is the weather kind, so the hoodie is good to put over your head, really just to keep you warm, okay? But I wouldn't want you walking around camp all day with a hoodie on. That's not going to be very pleasant. What else we got down here? Alright, I need to have socks and jocks. Well, you have to believe me that I've got them in here. I'm not going to show you my socks and jocks. Then we've got a towel for base camp. That's in my other kit over there. So I've got a small dry towel, little compact towel that I take for that. And then I've got a beach towel for when I'm surfing or sailing to dry off at the end of the day. That's cool. Warm jumper. Like I said, that's a warm jumper. And then I've got a down jacket, okay? Don't go out and spend, you know, a lot of money on a down jacket, but a warm jacket is what we're after. That would be fantastic, so that's done. Hat and beanie. I've got one beanie for obvious reasons. I haven't got much hair, so I need a beanie more than the average person. I'm going to wear a wide brim hat. Baseball caps don't really cover your ears or your face very much, so I'm just going to use a school hat, as you can as well. They work really well. I'm also going to bring this one because it's got a strap on it. If it gets really windy, it doesn't fly away. And like I said, I tend to burn, so that helps me. All right, now then there's some optional stuff. So over here, I've got some sunglasses. They're probably going to be important actually, particularly when we're on the water. And I've got a set of cards because I might gamble at night, who knows. All right, so I've got some cards there. just to keep me entertained. And the other things we can put down here is things like a book. It does say pajamas, tracksuit, thermals for sleeping. So I've actually got a set of thermals here, long thermals, okay? And I've got a set of warm thermals for the top. But I've also got a pair of shorts, so I just sleep in a pair of shorts. And probably what you'll probably find most of you do is you're probably going to sleep in your clothes anyway, okay? That's what usually happens on camp. If you're cold, you just leave your clothes on, okay? And that works fine, provided they're not wet, of course. All right, that's it for the first part. I'm going to come back in a minute and I will show you some stuff specifically for the kayaking. Thanks.